Why are real wages stagnating? Hey guys, it's me, Base Libertarian, and I'm going to answer this question for you. Real wages have been stagnating for decades. In 2019, the real wages in America was the equivalent to what it was in 1973. And in the UK, real wages have stagnated since 2009. It's taken almost 10 years. It's taken over 10 years for the real wage to recover. Really bad, okay? So what drives real wages forward or downwards? The upwards pressure comes from nominal wages, so we're talking about pay rises, economic growth, money printing. These things will make real wages go up. But inflation is a downwards pressure. When I talk about inflation, I'm talking about the Consumer Price Index, which is an aggregate of all commodities and services. If CPI goes up, inflation goes up, and real wages go down. So why have real wages stagnated? Is it that nominal wages are going down? No. Year after year, nominal wages are going up consistently. Despite that, real wages are stagnating. Is it economic growth? Well, since 1980, GDP per capita has gone up 102%. We see here $30,000 in 1980 to $60,000 in 2022. But what's weird is that since then, nominal wages have gone up 300%, and yet GDP per capita has only gone up 100%, meaning that 200% of it probably comes from money printing. Let's take a look at inflation. From 2000 to 2020, we see that some commodities have gone up significantly in price. Housing and food beverages have gone up 50%. Childcare and medical services have gone up 120%, while hospital services, healthcare, college tuition have gone up almost 200%. All the meanwhile, thanks to globalization and automation and innovations in our technologies, televisions and toys and computers have gone down almost 80% in price. We could also see that the overall inflation in the last 20 years is roughly 56%, and it also tells us that average hourly wages have gone up 80%. The difference between 80% and 56% is 24%. That means real wages have increased 24% since then. Since 1980 till 2022, the Consumer Price Index seems to have increased by 300%. You know, it's gone up from 80 to over 300, which is a lot. So yeah, as we can see over the last 4 or 5 decades, inflation has gone up by 300%. Now let's take a summary of all of these statistics that we have collected. Nominal wages have gone up 304%, inflation has gone up 288%, and therefore the real wage increase, theoretically it should be 16%, although according to the thread it's 13%. I've also noted that real GDP per capita has gone up 100%. Just to visualize these statistics, I've concluded that nominal wage growth is this much, but if you minus inflation, we end up with very minuscule levels of real wage growth. But if we take away money growth, which is the yellow bar here, what we would have, if we take it away from inflation as well, is this graph here, which says that there's 100% nominal wage growth because of GDP per capita growth, and 80% inflation, which leads to this level of real wage growth. Now just imagine if inflation was cut in half. Inflation that excludes money printing is cut in half. Just imagine how much real wage growth we would have. Our real wage growth would go to... it would be 60%. It would go from 16% to 60%, which is crazy. Oh yeah, as a disclaimer, real wages do not equal real income. Real income takes into account investments as well as wages. Real income can take into account income received from selling assets or other non-job related incomes. Since 1980, real income has gone up a lot. Look at this graph that I've retrieved from the thread. Real income goes from 25,000 to 40,000, and this is median income. Also, real wage graphs often don't take into account supervisory workers. Supervisory workers can be anyone who manages even just one person, like a senior software engineer. Also, mass immigration means that the average person is skewed negatively, closer towards the poor immigrant percentile. But if you take a look at natively born Americans, they get richer over time statistically. Anyway, that's it guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.